Hello, I'm Brady Sundquist presenting to Dr. Caroline Ross, and this is the tea test. And here's a few facts about tea. Tea is the most consumed beverage in the world besides water, and true tea comes from the plant Camellia sinensis, resulting in almost every type of tea imaginable. Type of tea, black, green, white, is a reflection of the level of processing more than anything. And blending is aimed to add the right ingredients for ideal aroma and flavor. Common additives are flower petals, roots, herbs, and spices. These additives must complement base flavor of the tea at hand, and these aren't the only additives, there's many more. And the main target of research for our project was green tea, and green tea itself is lightly oxidized, moderately processed before blending. The main aromas associated with green tea are green bean, asparagus, and spinach, and the main flavors are spicy and bitter. Consumer preference is a big deal as well, and for the most part, consumers dislike strong bitter flavors in their teas, and they prefer fruity flavors over vegetal flavors. Consumers also prefer a sweeter, smoother tea, which makes sense because those flavors are more associated with the fruity side of things. Our tea selection was mostly a reflection of the North American consumer preference. We decided to go with teas that provide a sweeter, smoother, fruitier taste. Our main objective of the study was to analyze the effect of blending on flavor and aroma variance in teas. We selected 4 teas that ranged considerably in various aspects and processing techniques. The 4 teas we chose were, to start, Red Ridge Farm Blend. The second one was a Honey Lemon Ginseng out of Celestial Seasonings. The third was Good Earth, which was Matcha Maca tea. And the fourth was a Co-op Blend, which was unblended loose leaf green tea. For our study, we had 2 sets of hypotheses, and the first null hypothesis was that blending has no effect on green tea aroma, and the alternative to that was that blending will significantly impact the strength of various green tea samples. And the second null was that blending has no effect on green tea flavor, with the alternative to that being blending will significantly alter flavor attributes of green tea samples. The panel was made up of 1 male and 3 females, ages 19 to 22. Outside of the panel, consumption of tea varied significantly among panelists. For example, 1 panelist consumes tea multiple times a day. 2 panelists have a few cups per week, and 1 never touches the stuff. Our procedure was as follows. Water was boiled, and 2 grams of the appropriate tea was steeped in 1 cup of 165° Fahrenheit water for 5 minutes. After steeping, a 1/4 cup of each tea was added to a 6-ounce styrofoam cup, which was randomly coated. Panelists consumed the tea within 5 minutes to assure its freshness. We also had standards for testing. These standards were decided using the ingredients label and also from quick analysis of flavors, colors, and mouthfeel. We also used a green tea flavor wheel, similar to that of the red wine wheel we used in lab. Training for the panelists took 3 hours. Panelists took an hour break to prevent fatigue. During training, with a leader in the group, standard solutions were sampled and then discussed. We also had a randomized block design. Each panelist evaluated every tea for a total of 4 teas in one sitting. 30-minute breaks were again used to prevent fatigue, and then a second replication was done, following the same procedure. Our analysis was done using ANOVA and PCA analysis and was ran over raw data and accounted for judge-to-judge differences. Fisher's LSD was also used to show significant differences for each attribute for at least one sample of tea. There were also certain trends noticed in our analysis. For example, Republic of Tea was significantly different in fresh cut grass aroma. This is most likely due to the fact that this tea is unblended and is additive free. Good Earth and Celestial Tea only differed in vanilla aroma, and this is most likely due to the fact that these ingredients were extremely similar for both teas. There are also trends in flavor. Although no significant differences in spicy and citrus flavor were available for all samples. Blend number 3 and Republic of Tea have no significant differences in all attributes except floral flavors. Similarly, Celestial Seasonings and blend number 3 only had significant differences in creamy mouthfeel. Biplot also showed some interesting results, as it showed there was no relationship between the teas according to the biplot, as each sample was in a different quadrant of the biplot. Now each tea had different attributes as described by the panelists. For example, blend number 3 was described by the panelists as green in color, slight floral and spicy flavor, and this matched the description from the company. Celestial Seasonings tea was described by the panelists as having brown color and citrus aroma and flavors. This brown color could be from the licorice flavor additives. The Good Earth tea was described by the panelists as vanilla in aroma, brown sugar flavor, and creamy mouthfeel. Ingredients that describe the tea as sweet sugar flavor and could produce a creamy mouthfeel due to the chamomile and matcha green tea. And the 4th tea, Republic of Tea, the aroma of fresh cut grass in yellow color. And this was, again, most likely due to the unblended factor and no artificial flavors or colors. F ratios also showed significant differences. Between panelists, it showed these significant differences for brown sugar flavor and creamy mouthfeel. And between the teas, it showed significant differences for brown sugar flavor, vanilla aroma, yellow color, brown color, and creamy mouthfeel. In conclusion, we reject the null hypothesis, as blending does have a significant effect on green tea flavor and aroma. However, mixing and blending had the least impact on flavor and most impact on aroma, color, and mouthfeel. Thank you.